All right, I don't know how much I'm actually going to do of this, but today's day one of my prayer retreat. So I'm thinking this year I'm going to try and do some video, like vlogging, I guess. So I'm going to record a little bit throughout each day and then um, edit them together, but we'll see how it goes. So getting ready to leave and ran to the grocery store to pick up some stuff. I'll run to Kroger probably halfway through. One, just because I need to kind of get out, but because I'm doing 90 days of vegan right now, I don't want to take 5 days worth of produce. I don't know how it's going to travel. So I just got some basics to get me through today and Tuesday, and then I'll go Wednesday after my morning devotions. I'll run into town. I do a lot of my work when I'm on my prayer retreat. I do a lot of the stuff in the morning, and then I'll take some breaks in the afternoon. So just dropped off some stuff at the church, picked up some other stuff, and I'm heading out. That's it. I guess I'll make a stop at some point to get coffee, and I will give an update. So day one. Okay, today it's still day one. I'm not even there yet. It's like a 5-hour drive. How do you drive? I mean, are you snackers? Do you dress a certain way? So today I got this shirt on. I'm wearing leggings. I got my running shoes on. Normally I do not wear my running shoes unless I'm running, because I log how many miles I put on my shoes so that I know when it's time to get new shoes. So, but they're very comfortable. So that's what I'm doing. That's how I'm running. All right, and I'm making, look, can you see? You probably can't see. I'm making a Dunkin' run. So, here's my snacks. How do I turn? I don't know. Can I turn it around? Nope. All right, I gotta figure out how to turn around my camera. Hold on. Okay, not an army run. I'm making a Dunkin' run. See, I have to go inside, but I stocked up on snacks. None of these are healthy. Well, that's not true. That's probably healthy. I have water, and I have vitamin water to fill up my water bottle when I run out of plain boring water. And then of course I'm getting, don't forget your M&Ms. And now I'm going inside to get Dunkin'. Alright, I'm getting close. Don't worry, this is like there's nothing out here. It's okay. Well, except for that car. But I want you to see this. Dear Indiana, why don't you put lines on your road? I don't understand it. Alright, I made it here in one piece. I know you were worried, but I made it here. And man, this place is so amazing. So today I'm in cabin 1. Cabin 3 is actually my absolute favorite, but I do like cabin 1. I've been in this one before. They're all nice. They're all clean and peaceful, except that you can hear the cutting the grass. But hey, you gotta do that to make it look nice. So I'm gonna give you a tour of cabin 1, and then probably tomorrow I will, because I'll walk down the road to get some. I always do a walk through the meadow, and then usually some hikes in the trails. But I do like to walk along the road, and so when I go down there, I'll get some. You'll be able to see kind of like the entranceway. I tried to do a video driving in, but it looked kind of lame. So I'll redo that one. But all right, so this is my DIY annual prayer retreat that I do. And then when we were here a year ago, August 2020, which feels like 3 years ago, my husband Rob was like, I wonder how often you can come. So he hunted down the people here and asked them. So they're like, you can come twice a year. So we came out here February of 2021 which is the first time I'd ever been here in the winter, which was also amazing, but very different. It was just a very different experience. And this is a DIY retreat center. So they give you the space, but you're pretty much on your own. And so for some people, that's really challenging. They want to know that they just want to show up at a retreat center, and the place tells you when to eat and when to sleep and go to this place and pray, or go have this small group or do whatever. This is very much DIY. And so you'll see in a second when I take you on a tour of the cabin. They call it cabin, but it's not. It's like a mini condo. And so it's fully furnished. They give you, you have to bring your own food. And we're like 40 minutes from the closest grocery store. There is like a gas station and a Family Dollar, whatever, like 25 minutes away. We're just surrounded by cornfields and like a natural wildlife preserve. So there's not a whole lot out here. There's not even good signal. Like they have no Wi-Fi, no television, no phone line. If you have Verizon and you stand in a certain spot in the kitchen, or like in the chapel area, I can get like 2 bars. So, this is a retreat. You're supposed to retreat from the world and all those things that are keeping you from hearing from God. And every time I do this, I kind of create it, like each year I kind of put together a loose plan of what I want to do, what I'm hoping to accomplish, some tasks that I have to do throughout the week, some questions that I'm really wrestling through with God, a lot of listening, and then there's some things that I really try to have a pace for the day. So I try to get up between 6 and 6:30. I'm not a morning person, but because I'm not a morning person, it takes me about 2 hours to enter, I need a 2-hour runway for the day. So if I get up at 10, then it doesn't matter. I'm still not ready to go till like noon. So if I get up at 6, then I'm kind of ready to get the day rolling by 8. But I get up early at 6:30, do my walk in the meadow when everybody else is asleep. That way I usually get the chapel to myself. And so right around 8 o'clock, when other people are starting to get up, I'm back in the cabin and getting coffee ready and having my journal time and study time. So my walking in the meadow is really my listening time more than anything else. Kind of clearing my mind for the day. So I don't know how much of this I'm going to do, but my plan is to keep you, give you an idea of what this week looks like for me, and hopefully you'll be encouraged and inspired to do something for yourself. Summertime right now, you could easily borrow somebody's tent and air mattress, get a campsite for a couple of days. If you go during the week, like Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday, Thursday, there won't be as many people, and so you'll have that opportunity to connect a little bit more. The place I'm at here is about an hour southwest of Indianapolis, and it's designed specifically for clergy, missionaries, church leadership to get away and hopefully keep us from burning out. That's why they let us come twice a year. But with the season that we're in right now, I'm finding that I need, every 6 weeks, I need 3 days to just not do anything ministry related, to really lean into God and rest. So hopefully when we get to the other side of this season that we're in, I can do every other month or something. I don't know. But anyway, I'm gonna have to pause this so I can turn the because I can't turn the camera around for some reason in this mode. All right, hold on. All right, portrait view. Okay, so here's the door, obviously. We come in. Let me turn around to get an idea of coming in from the front door. I haven't put any of my stuff away yet, but there's, they do have a loft upstairs, which is really great. So let me take you up here. Okay. Very John Wesley. Last time I was here in February, I spent a whole week writing up here in the loft, although we were in cabin 3 at that time. And I spent a lot of time up here. And then when I wasn't writing, Rob came up here and did like his meditation and some yoga and stretching and that kind of stuff. Right. Okay, so this is just the main living area with a full kitchen, and it has pretty much everything. Microwave, although I was wondering if they had a blender, and I don't think they do, but that's okay. Dishwasher, there's no oven, but there is a range top, and fridge. Oh, all the dishes you need. Okay, so I don't know why I'm obsessed with seeing bathrooms when I rent places, but here's the bathroom. I think it's very nice. It's definitely very clean. Nice clean shower. They do a great job with cleanliness. Here's the main bedroom. And here is a second bedroom. Pretty much they're all alike. I think there's one or two that are a little bigger than the others. All right. Okay, so I took you through, my video for the meadow kind of went, I don't know what happened. It was vertical instead of horizontal. So I just deleted that. But you saw the chapel. Tomorrow I'll take you through the meadow in the morning maybe. If I get up early enough. And then if I get up early enough, go right at dawn. At least one day during the week I want to get up for dawn, because if I stand out there in the meadow right at dawn, you can hear the roosters crowing, and it's very cool because the whole meadow goes from, like, you hear all of the night sounds like crickets and stuff like that, and I don't know, whatever other bugs, frogs maybe, I don't know, whatever's chirping and making noise at night. But right at dawn the rooster crows, and then all the other birds start waking up and making noise and singing, and it's just amazing. It's so amazing. If you've never had that experience, you need to do that. So I spent some time in the chapel, walked through the meadow. Today is my listening day. Although I feel like I'm doing a lot of talking. Like as I was walking through the meadow, I started praying out loud, which is not typical for me. I typically pray silently or journal. Sometimes I will pray out loud. So there's definitely some things that are already stirring up within me where I feel like for whatever reason I need to pray out loud and talk out loud to God. So one of the verses that keeps coming to my mind is Psalm 103 verse 1. Bless the Lord, O my soul, and all this that is within me, bless his holy name. That was one of the first verses that I ever memorized, one of the first passages of scripture that I ever memorized. And like we always want God to bless us, which he has said, right? I will bless you, and so that you will be a blessing. But this psalm, the psalmist is saying for us to bless God. And so, like, it's not a new concept, but I'm asking myself, what does it look like for me to bless God in this season of my life? So I'm kind of wrestling with that. And I have some other things that I plan ahead of time. What do I want to talk to God about? So one of those things is Devonair. It's 11 years. It's been 11 years. September 12th, it'll be 11 years since I left my previous assignment to plant a church. And even though technically we launched to the community in December, but we started Devonair on September 12th, meeting in my home for a small group, and then doing a bunch of planning and researching and stuff like that to get ready for the launch itself. So it's been 11 years, and I'm a different person than I was 11 years ago. We all are. Hopefully you've grown and changed and you're a different person, not just as a human being, but also as a minister. I'm a different person. I'm different spiritually, the way, the things that I understand now, the things that I don't understand, that I thought I understood. And so now, especially as we're slowly coming out of this pandemic, I'm asking the question, who am I now? And how do I pastor post-pandemic in this new place where I am spiritually? So I'm asking those kind of questions. Like, I'm a different pastor than I was 11 years ago. So what does that mean? What is that going to look like? How does ministry change? How does my approach change? So God and I are talking about those things. Also, I'm doing some writing this week. I have some things I'm trying to finish up and get ready to submit so I can, move a little bit closer to publishing these things. And then the blog, the podcast. I started the podcast 3 years ago this month, and it was kind of a reaction to some other things that were going on, but then it's morphed over the last year. So what do I want to do with it? Like, what are my goals? What do I want to see happen? My goals are never to be like in the top 10 or the top 100 or whatever, iTunes or Outreach Magazine or whatever. Like, that's never my goal. I think those are shallow goals, personally. Sorry for those of you who are like, yeah, I want to be whatever, New York Times bestseller. If it's not doing something to help change, transform the people around me, my concentric circles of concern, the larger whatever, then it's just not worth it for me. So what do I want to do with that? What does God want me to do with that? And then I think there's always, so I was walking through the meadow today, and I find myself talking out loud to God this time. No, like, typically I pray silently or I journal. I don't pray out loud very often, but definitely when I do my retreats, very, very seldom. Like, usually I will go 5 days without talking out loud, except for like maybe halfway through the week if I run into town to get something. Then, you kind of got to talk to somebody, although not now if you've got you got the machines and stuff, but automatic checkout, self-checkout. But I find myself, as I was walking through the meadow, praying out loud, which is very unusual. I don't know what that means, but apparently I feel the need to vocalize it, which maybe that's why I'm feeling compelled to do a vlog this year. There's something welling up, and I need to share it that way. But I feel like as I was walking through the meadow, I was talking to God, I feel like we have 4 or 5 unfinished conversations, like conversations that we've started and then just kind of put them on the shelf, and like we need to go back and we need to revisit these, and we need to talk about these things. It's not necessarily that we're going to get resolution on all of these things this week, but we kind of left these conversations hanging, and so I'm trying to go back and what are we going to do with these things? And those deeper conversations, the ones that really change us, like when you do a deep dive and you really touch God, it changes you. And it doesn't really happen, it does happen 15 minutes at a time, but also not. Like the stuff we're going to do this week, these are conversations you can't have 15 minutes in the morning, 15 minutes at night, 3 minutes sitting in the pickup line to get your kids from school, or at the McDonald's drive-thru. There's weeping and gnashing of teeth or something, and you just need chunks of time to have some of these deeper conversations. That's what I find happens this week for me when I do that. Occasionally I will do one day, half day getaway like that. That's a lot of times that's what my Monday is. I'll do a long run with a long cool down, so I might do an hour and a half, and that's what it is. It's doing a little bit deeper dive than those few minutes you have in the morning or the evening or the evening. So that's what my week looks like. Hopefully I will be able to do a little more of this week. I don't know, we'll see. But I did want to get on here and at least share this much with you. I appreciate those who are praying for me this week. It's definitely needed. There's a lot of deep dive and tough conversations that God and I are having this week. So thank you so much. And yeah.